aboard this Aquabus, one of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Tibet. This boat will take you from Romaritime Station to the Court of Fontaine. Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so you have your pick of the best seats. Oh, but you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines. These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs and not bringing overstuffed lunchboxes on board. We've had quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls. Of course, Fontaine's rules state that if you want to fight, apply for a duel. So, those two passengers were promptly sent to the fortress of Meropede, where they went on to live peaceful, disciplined, and well-mannered lives. So, all's well that ends well, but please do not follow their example. We're about to pass the Poisson Tunnel now. The Fontaine Research Institute uses huge engineering devices to complete the boring work, vastly reducing the amount of manual labor required. The success of the tunnel project was a proof of concept for the potential of core clockwork mecha, and the Institute developed a simplified version for mass release shortly afterward. So it's fair to say that the Clementine line is a monument to Fontaine's scientific progress.
Something you wish to report?
Fontaine has a lot of alabaster-tone buildings, all built with a special type of stone called tier stone. An educational column in the Steambird said it was only after an incident a few hundred years ago that this type of stone was discovered by the people of Fontaine. Hidden deep underground, it looks completely ordinary from the outside. The inside, however, is filled with a pearly white substance, which, if processed using the right method, turns into a very sturdy material. But just what kind of incident could bring this kind of rock up from below? In the past, people could only discover secrets within stones by breaking huge boulders apart. Say, maybe only the heavy cannons on battleships could do that. Just to the outside of the track, there's a towering building. That's blocking your view. Behind it, you'll find the pride of the people of Fontaine, the Opera Epiclese. The Opera House is the highest court where Fontaine holds its trials, so it's no exaggeration to say that it's one of the most important buildings in the nation. Of course, normal artistic performances are staged there too, but those can sometimes be a bit too avant-garde and confusing. Trials are much more interesting because Monsieur Neuvillette will always be present. I really want to ditch work right now and go watch a trial. No, bad Aval. You're a model tour guide. How can you think about doing something so irresponsible? shortly at the final destination of this tour, the Court of Fontaine. Please remember to bring your personal belongings with you and mind the gap between the deck and platform as you disembark. I've heard that in some nations, the locals will make special hand gestures to convey their best wishes to the passengers. But we Melazines don't have any traditions like that. However, some Melazines will dock their hats in the direction of Elinas. Or if they don't have a hat, they'll show their regards with their eyes. I hope to see you next time!
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
I hear children